The Royal Air Force in Akrotiri, Cyprus, now know that they will soon be taking part in airstrikes against IS in northern Iraq. MPs voting overwhelmingly in favour of their deployment.
The ayes to the right, 524. The noes to the left, 43.
The result came after a day-long debate and strong cross-party support, though with some casualties. Shadow Education Minister Rushanara Ali resigning from the front bench. Most of her colleagues were persuaded by the argument.
Is there a threat to the British people? The answer is yes. ISIL has already murdered one British hostage and is threatening the lives of 2 more. The brutality is staggering. Beheadings, crucifixions, the gouging out of eyes, the use of rape as a weapon, the slaughter of children. All these things belong to the Dark Ages.
A Prime Minister personally convinced but going out of his way to give a supportive but nervous Parliament its say.
Let me give way to the Honourable Lady. Let me give way to my Honourable friend. But let me take an intervention from the Honourable Gentleman first. I'll give way to my Right Honourable friend.
Yet underlying the formal debate motion on Iraq was a shadow debate on Syria. The PM's personal view, it was justified and legal and might not require an advanced parliamentary mandate if
there was the need to take urgent action to prevent, for instance, the massacre of a minority community or a Christian community, and Britain could act to prevent that humanitarian catastrophe. If I believed we could effectively act and do that, what I'm saying is that I would order that and come straight to the House and explain afterwards.
Step back from today's debate and you see, yes, a crushing mandate for military action, but only on a motion designed specifically to deliver that result. The motion was prescribed carefully in terms of tactics, airstrikes and territory only in Iraq. And the problems in the Labour front bench, just one illustration of how a Syria vote would be an entirely different matter.
The point I've been making in the last few days is, in my view, when we're not talking about being invited in by a democratic state, it would be better, I put it no higher than that, but it would be better to seek a UN Security Council resolution. Now, why? Why? Because this is the highest multilateral institution of the world.
From others, impassioned speeches.
The mission creep hasn't even waited for the end of the debate. The words on the motion are about bombing Iraq. If there's a consensus in here that we're going to soon be bombing Syria. The words don't mention boots on the ground, but there's a consensus here that there will be boots on the ground.
And those who say Britain's presence is merely totemic.
And I do think that our almost symbolic participation in these military attacks, 6 aircraft in our intelligence are no doubt valuable to our allies, but we're symbolically joining with them.
The Defence Secretary Michael Fallon signalling after the vote that IS targets in Syria are firmly on the agenda.
It is a difficult, more complicated position because, of course, we do not have the consent of the government of Syria, but we believe there's a strong legal case for acting in Syria as well. But today was a permission for acting in Iraq.
All this debate, the publication of legal advice and front bench Labour resignations for late entry to just a part of ongoing military action that would occur regardless. So the airstrikes start soon, but has Britain's world role changed already? Faisal Islam, Sky News.